The true crucible of transformation lies not in the outward circumstances of life, but in the deep, often uncharted territories of the mind. So many of us feel trapped, believing that the walls around us are built by external forces, our jobs, our relationships, the world at large. But what if I told you that the most formidable prison is the one we construct within ourselves? The key to unlocking a different reality, to changing your external world, begins with a profound inner shift. Within the psyche of modern man, there is a constant, subtle drain of energy. This isn't a physical exhaustion, but a spiritual and mental depletion. It comes from the shadows of our unconscious, the fears we refuse to name, the limiting beliefs we inherited without question, and the incessant, negative self-talk that whispers doubts into our ears. These are the inner demons that consume our psychic energy, leaving us too drained to pursue growth, to create, to truly live. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." This is our task, to bring these hidden saboteurs into the light. The real antagonist in your life's story is not your boss, not your competition, not the state of the world. It is the inner critic, that voice that tells you, "I am not enough." This is the archetype of the inner saboteur, the shadow self that thrives on our insecurities. It convinces us that we are deficient, that we lack the necessary tools to succeed. This belief, this inner narrative of insufficiency, is the root of our stagnation. We must learn to recognize this voice, not as truth, but as a misguided, fearful part of ourselves that needs to be understood and integrated, not obeyed. Compounding this inner conflict is the relentless bombardment of the modern world. We are drowning in a sea of information. Social media, news cycles, endless notifications. They are a constant stimulation that fragments our attention and scatters our focus. This isn't just a distraction. It's a spiritual crisis. Our psychic energy, our very essence, is being sliced into 1,000 tiny pieces. We are left feeling confused, overwhelmed, and disconnected from our own inner center. The constant noise makes it impossible to hear the quiet, guiding voice of the true self. To find clarity, we must first find silence. In this state of fragmentation, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. We look at the curated highlight reels of others' lives and measure our own messy, complex reality against them. This is a poisonous act. It erodes our sense of self-worth and pulls us away from our unique path. Jung spoke of individuation, the journey of becoming your whole, authentic self. This process has nothing to do with being better than someone else. It is about becoming more fully you. Your journey is your own. Your timeline is your own. Focus on your own individuation, on cultivating your own garden, rather than peering over the fence of your neighbors. So, how do we begin this inner work? We start by consciously changing the inner dialogue. That negative automatic chatter is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. We must replace it with conscious, positive affirmations. This isn't about blind optimism. It's about intentional self. It's about building a new inner voice, one that is supportive, encouraging, and disciplined. When the inner critic says, "You can't do this," you must consciously respond, "I am capable and I am learning." This practice builds the muscle of self-confidence and forges a new, more empowered inner landscape. Part of this purification process involves letting go. We carry the past with us, like a heavy sack of stones-old resentments, past hurts, lingering grudges. These wounds are not just memories. They are active drains on our spiritual energy. Every moment we spend replaying a past injury is a moment stolen from our present and future. To forgive is not to condone what happened. It is an act of self-liberation. It is about cutting the cord to the past so that you can reclaim your energy and direct it toward creating the life you desire. When you let go of resentment, you regain a profound sense of clarity and lightness. This clarity helps us to combat another common enemy, fear-driven haste. When we feel anxious or insecure, our instinct is often to rush, to act impulsively, to do something just to feel a sense of control. But frenzied action born of fear only leads to more chaos and confusion. The true path to effectiveness lies in calmness and purposeful action. It's about pausing, connecting with your inner wisdom, and then moving forward with intention. As Jung noted, Hari is not of the devil, it is the devil. Slow down. Breathe. Allow calmness to be your guide. In that stillness, your next right step will become clear. This brings us to the illusion of control. So many of us are exhausted from trying to manage every outcome, predict every variable, and force life to conform to our will. This need for excessive control is a symptom of deep-seated fear. The antidote is not carelessness, but adaptability. It's about embracing the natural flow of life, trusting in your ability to respond to whatever comes your way. As you relinquish the need to micromanage the universe, you will discover a newfound serenity and resilience. You become like a reed in the wind, flexible, yet unbreakable. Think of your mind as a desktop with too many windows open, each unfinished task, each broken promise to yourself, each "I'll do it later" as an open loop that silently consumes your mental RAM. These open cycles drain your energy and undermine your soul. One of the most powerful ways to free up mental space and boost your confidence is to simply start closing them. Complete that task you've been avoiding. Make that phone call. Finish that project. Each completed action, no matter how small, sends a powerful message to your subconscious. I am someone who follows through. This clears your mental clutter and creates a surge of momentum. In fact, action is the great antidote to the paralysis of We can get lost in our heads, analyzing every possibility, weighing every pro and con, until we are completely stuck. But clarity is not born from thought alone. It is forged in the crucible of action. Taking one small, imperfect step is more powerful than 1,000 hours of rumination. Action creates feedback. It creates momentum. It breaks the spell of analysis, paralysis, and proves to your inner critic that you are, in fact, capable of moving forward. Don't wait for clarity to act. Act to create clarity. Ultimately, all these practices serve a higher purpose: to reconnect you with your life's meaning, your why. As Jung would say, we need a myth to live by. A life without purpose is a ship without a rudder, adrift on the sea of confusion. What is your reason for being? What lights you up from the inside? Identifying and reconnecting with this core purpose provides direction, focus, and a profound sense of inner peace. It becomes the North Star that guides all your actions and decisions, giving you the strength to navigate any storm. This entire journey is a form of comprehensive mental hygiene. It's about purifying the mind. You reduce the external noise to hear your inner voice. You consciously change your inner dialogue from criticism to support. You let go of the past to free up your energy for the present. You take small, consistent actions to build momentum, and you reconnect with your ultimate purpose to give your life meaning and direction. This is not a one-time fix. It is a lifelong practice of tending to your inner world, for it is in the fertile soil of a clear and mastered mind that a truly fulfilling and magnificent life can finally take root and blossom. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more journeys into the mind.